Why do you scream at me? Why do you think that it's free? It's not a choice made by me. Once we fall, soon you'll see. But when I looked into your eyes, I can see we need to change our lives. Let me in, then we both win. But not knowing that you're killing me. This silence is building, tearing me fearfully. This silence is building, tearing me. I'm screaming. These walls have broken memories, but still hold all the history. One brick breaks, one cracked line. Pieces crumble in my mind. But when looked into your eyes, I can see we need to change our lives. So let me in, then we both win. But not knowing that you're killing me. This silence, this building, tearing me fearfully. This silence, this building, tearing me. I'm screaming. Holes in the walls, screaming at me. Holes in your walls, screaming at me. Holes in my walls, screaming at me. Holes in the walls, screaming at me. This silence, it's building, tearing me fearfully. This silence, it's building, tearing me. I'm screaming. This silence, it's building, tearing me fearfully. This silence, it's building, tearing me. I'm screaming. Holes in the walls, screaming at night. Holes in your walls, screaming at night. Holes in my walls, screaming at night. Holes in the walls, screaming at night.
Welcome to the Sunday Night Hang. We're still waiting on our guests, so we didn't want to be too late and end up like my cousin Doug.
All aboard!
Yep. I'm Ben. It's Trev. We're hanging. It's Sunday. We've got Aaron. He's dropping off the kids. Not like Quentin. When Quentin was dropping off the kids.
So he's literally
dropping off the kids. But yeah. Coming back. And then, so he said he could be as late as quarter past the hour. I don't know. He saw the link. What he does with it, apparently not clicking.
We'll keep a seat ready for him.
Yeah. So welcome one, welcome all. Kind of already did roll call during the intro there because, could, but we also give some shout outs like Terry's 3Gs, moderator to the stars and us. Who knew? And he's already got all the links to Aaron's important things right there. So if you're on the FaceBase or the Instagramage, that's cool. Then we got Kush. Of course, where Kush is, Dan is. That's awesome.
Mm-hmm.
Richard Negamitsu.
Richard.
L Bar J.
Marty Lee.
Scott Sanders.
God.
Billy Baloney.
William.
Ryan Hall, y'all.
Music and Law.
Naked Dave.
Naked Dave.
I took that one from you. Because I knew you're Naked Dave. Let's go with that. Who else we got here? We said Scott Sanders, but that's okay. We can say twice. Oh, yeah. There's a good friend. Chris. Fucking believable. Sponsor of next week's show. We'll promote that a little later. Wayne McConnell. The King of Kelowna. Or the Kelowna Kid. Either way, right? He started out as the Kelowna kid and then worked his way up to king. Munch is here.
Right on.
We missed you yesterday, Munch. Just saying. Who else? There's Brother Rob. I'll even say hello to Michael Krause.
Michael.
Of course. Out of your neck of the woods there is Brother Ken.
Cheers, hip.
Good friend Eston Ray over from Pete Thorne World of Things. I think that's where we met Eston, I'm pretty sure. 99% sure. There he is, Charles. There's Brother Charles. Who else we got here? There's Brian from Searching for Tone. If you can click on him, there you go. Apparently the touchpad's giving out a laptop. Might as well. My water pump died, so we got that going on. There's Matt. Pastor Matt.
Brother Matt.
It's on the mobile. Donnie. Great to see Donnie, the voice of Cornhole. The best reason to watch the Down and Back podcast. Just saying. Let's see who else here. Oh, it's Doug, the host of Down and Back Cornhole podcast.
Cousin Doug.
Steve, Razor. Steve's here.
Here.
Dastardly Dave. Richard Clark.
Rich.
Bonkers.
Right on.
The last man himself, William De Silva.
William.
That's where I ended. Now I'm looking at all fresh content. There he is.
Yay.
Yay! I guess right.
Can you hear me?
Yep.
All right.
Yeah, we started without you.
A little bit.
That's what I expected. Hey, hi, everyone.
Hey, Larry. Great to see Larry Mitchell in the
I
chat.
know.
Larry, you handsome devil.
Right?
I was taking pictures. I sat with Larry 2 NAMs ago at IHOP, and we hung out for a little bit. And then last NAM, we've got a thing going now, Larry, where you and I take a picture together every NAM. In fact, you found me this one, and we took a picture together because you're like, this is now the tradition. So that's how it's gone the last couple of NAMs.
Right on.
Quality gentleman right there.
I gotta find my. Well, the funny thing is every time I see him and he looks at me and he's got that look like I know who you are, but I don't know who you are. I always just go, Ben's friend. We yelled at you out the window the one time in the car, and he's always like, I knew it.
Actually met him before that in Nashville.
Yes, that's true. But the yelling out the car window thing is a very memorable.
Yeah, well, because literally we were live streaming and saying, hey, people were like, so do you see any rock stars around there? And I'm like, well, there's Larry Mitchell right there. Hey, Larry. He's like, hey.
It was so random. I was hammered and in the back part of the SUV, and I was like, oh, it is. Let me get my vape. I'll be right back.
Yeah.
You got my knees hurt.
Any knees?
There's Jim. What else we got here?
Pepsi.
Oh.
Howdy, Bo.
We're wondering where you were, Richard. Who else we got? Yes, I hope tradition must continue. It's Timothy Richards. He was on with Charles earlier today.
Yeah, it's been an interesting day.
Okay, Eston. Touche. I just know we're both regulars over at Pete's and, lifestyle choices.
I got back in time and should have been good to go by 7 o'clock until my daughter texted me to say, I can't find my glasses.
Mm-hmm.
So now I'm tearing the house apart. I'm like, did you check your bags? No, let me look in there. Nope, can't find them. I'm like, well, I just tore this house apart and checked every room and they're not here. You're pissing me off, so you're on your own. I'm like, come on.
Redeem the vehicle.
Nope, I checked the vehicle, bathroom, her brother's room, my room, her room, kitchen table, family room. Nope. The only time I remember her wearing her glasses was last night when she needed to do homework. She said, Dad, where's my glasses? And I said, they're on your nightstand where I put them, all the way to the right. She grabbed them. She put them on. It's the only time I saw them. She didn't have them on at all today. We went to the mall and everything. So the question is, when you finished homework last night, what'd you do with them?
Exactly. Inquiring minds want to know. Tune in tomorrow to find out.
Yeah, so I mean, we got to the point where I was just like, "That's it. I'll talk to you later." Bye.
And my problem is, I always think of them as when, like, I was hanging out with them after our Nashville trip, right? So I'm like, "Oh, they have their own rooms." Yeah, because they're not fucking 7.
Yep. No, they're 11.
Yeah.
But it's like one of those things where it's like, glasses, expensive, kind of important. We shouldn't lose those.
I suppose we could point this out, even though Aaron's the guest tonight. You know, typical of my family. Gotta steal the thunder. I want to shout out my cousin Doug here has been inducted into the Canadian Cornhole Hall of Fame. Second class in, I believe, damn near a unanimous vote in too, which is like Carl Ripken shit.
I'd believe that. I'd believe that.
Which, you know, just proves that Aaron already knew about Coombs boys. We're good at talking.
Yeah, it's a fact.
To the point of he got into a Hall of Fame because of it.
Amanda said Sam loses them constantly. Well,
hey,
I don't know. I don't remember how old Sam is, but it's like, come on.
I want to say either 10 or 11.
Can't you lose something with less value? Like, oh, I don't remember where I put my pencil. Okay, big deal.
10 or 11. That's all I know.
I tell you what, 11. She wouldn't forget her iPad. So it's like, come on.
Right. Yeah, man, Larry's here.
For me, it's not
so later, Larry's usually on an hour after we start on Sundays. Sundays and Tuesdays, in fact.
Yeah.
Doug says, I wonder if Charles will finally have me on a show. Maybe. Maybe indeed.
So
you know, you've been out. You've had a summer of playing some shows.
Yes, indeed. The show last Saturday was freaking awesome.
Nice.
There's this band that's been around for a long time, like 10 years, and they recently decided to like get back out.
If people haven't already subscribed to Larry's channel, he goes live after we do, and he's also live on Tuesdays when I'm not. Definitely check it out, folks. Maybe
I'd like
to link to Larry's channel in the channel.
I'd also like to mention Larry is a beast of a musician. So if you like good guitar playing, that's a place to check.
Or how about if you have taste?
Well, there's that too. Yeah, that works.
What's up, Jason's Guitar Shed? I saw you sneak in.
Yeah, Larry
He just not too long ago got a headless guitar.
Larry did?
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't. Is it? Wait a minute. He's
plays traveling. It makes sense to get something a little more travel friendly.
Well, and the nags are not cheap, so if those get messed up, whew.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's a headless nags. I almost said Kiesel, but I'm 99.9% sure it's still a nags. So,
Larry, is it a headless nags? Answer the question, please.
Okay. My sister put the link in. She's no fool. Rich Clark says, I'll go long distances not to hear my own playing. Nice.
So anyways, going back, this band has been, I guess they've been together for like 15 years, but they haven't played out really, I think, in like 10 or something like that. So they played a house party recently, and people showed up in droves because they were like, oh my God, they're back. So
there we go. Breaking news. He got a Kiesel headless 2 years ago. Makes sense. But no, I have Nags headless, and it's now a model. Nice.
Oh, see, Larry is an innovator. They knew we should do what Larry says: make a headless Nags.
And Jason went out to the Joliet Theater to see Blackberry Smoke.
Oh, nice. Yes,
quality venue.
I played 4 weeks ago, right on the street, right down the street from the Rialto, at a place called Wayward's Art House. It was a 2-year anniversary. We played there. But so anyways, this band decided to put a show together, and they put us on the bill, and it was really, really good. They had a band from St. Louis came up and opened the show. Then that band played. Then we played, and then there was 2 bands after us, and it was just fantastic crowd. The video ended up being pretty terrible because it's a small venue to begin with. I've told you this. Like at the Donut, we play the Donut like once, twice a year, and it's always got good crowds. But it's like 40 people in the Donut is packed. Well, it was well over that. Like, when you start getting up around, when you start getting in that 80 to 100 people, you end up with like, ants in an anthill. So they open up like the back doors and there's people standing out in the back drinking and smoking and listening. There's people outside the windows. So it's like you're singing and you turn and look this way and there's some guy's face right there and you're like, oh, Jesus. Right. It was that kind of thing. So when the video went up, I was like, anytime somebody moved out of the way, you could see me for a split second and then they moved back in and you just got their back. And I was like, well, at least you can hear. But yeah, the show was killer.
Bo comments, I got a piece of advice for this one. Says, do you guys know that these power amps for sound systems are damn heavy? Holy shit, we're an old man fast. What you need, Bo, is a Mark Taft. I found that's really eases up on the back for the PA equipment. Is get yourself a Mark Taft. He'll probably work for weed. Oh well, it's cheaper than most. Exactly, especially with the amount of PS. Each other.
So yeah, other than that, been playing shows, and now the next step is putting together our date that we can get together and track the next 3-song EP.
I just need it was Ryan said twice. It's Larry Mitchell, not Michelle. Mitchell.
No, yeah.
Larry. Maybe he's being French. Larry.
He's probably doing the voice to text thing.
He is. Is Albus close to Joliet? It's not a far trip for me. I'm in Quad Cities.
Correct. Yes. We are literally where 80 and 55 meet. So Shorewood. That Shorewood, Joliet area.
Yeah.
You got it, man. That's us.
Yep. And having seen them perform live years ago, and they've only gotten better. Just saying. Check it out.
I mean, there's vlogs up on the site, on YouTube, Instagram, all that. But yeah, we're a good time live, definitely. So like I said, next step, we have 6 new songs, but 4 of them have been getting played out, and 2 of them are like waiting on me to finish vocal melodies and lyrics and stuff. So I told the guys I want to record 3. And then when those are done in a couple of months, go back and record the other 3 and just do 2 3-song EPs. That's the plan of attack. Especially because, you start to get a vibe for songs, where you're at, how you're feeling, what you're writing and stuff. And 3 of them to me are perfect complements to each other. And the other 3 are like the other side of that coin. So I'm like, it makes sense to do these 3 as this side of the coin and then go do these 3 as that side of the coin.
I hear you. I agree. Chat is just flying. We got 52 people watching. I hope you hit the like. If you haven't already, that's your reminder. I was just thinking back to when I was watching you guys jam. It's like, you guys played, let's say, 20 minutes, half hour, take a little break for a minute. Alex is all like, what do you think? What do you think? And he's like, he just sat there and smoked weed the whole time. Of course he likes it. I'm like, Eddie got me from moment one.
I was gonna say I have never met a pothead that doesn't like us. I don't even know.
I didn't realize it was Scott's birthday. Tell Scott happy birthday. I feel like a complete dick for not wishing him a happy birthday. For fuck's sakes.
Yeah, you probably should have not dropped that ball, bro.
Yeah. What's up, Marsha Murray?
But I think it's genetically impossible to dislike us if you are a pothead.
Yeah. I just remember it was so deadpan. He's just putting his sticks down. He's just like, clearly.
I mean, that's literally how that like description ambient doom pop came to be. Was somebody was listening to our rec. I can't remember who was with us. Somebody was with us when we were mixing the first EP, and there was like a part that was really catchy and sing along, and then it got really heavy and doomy, and they were just like, "Whoa, you guys are like ambient doom pop," and I was like, "Is that a thing? We're gonna make that a thing." Because he's right. That's what we sound like.
Yeah, because like as much I've heard, like I'll hear obviously there's a grunge influence in there, and I use that term loosely because really to me grunge is fucking Mudhoney. That's grunge. Pearl Jam, not grunge. Soundgarden, not grunge. Alice in Chains, not grunge. Nirvana, Sure.
Yeah.
Also trying to be a pop band. And
well, absolutely. Kurt always said they were a pop band with guitars.
Exactly. And and I heard most what you guys were doing was grunge rock until the last album. But you went, which should be the single? I'm like, you wrote a pop song. And you were like, what? I'm like, track 4 is a pop song. You went and did it, brother, because there's a fine line, Trev, that you can take a rock song and make it into a pop song, and it's not fucking easy. And I can't even put my finger on what exactly it is, but I heard it, and it's a combination of a hook and a turnaround. And
you know what I think? Yeah, I think Wax and Wayne worked because it wasn't your traditional like chorus part where it's like there was none of that. It was, but it still had like a very
it was as close as you could shave the 90s emo without being anywhere emo.
Yeah.
I would never. First of all, I think that's an insult if you get called emo.
Well, I think it depends on what emo you're talking about because there's some stuff that was pretty ridiculously good.
I don't know. If the guys have a greasy side part and full sleeves and neck tattoos, move on. Look at you, Blink 182.
I don't think they're emo though. They're more like they're pop punk,
which is poser punk because there's no such thing as pop punk.
Well,
pop punk is poser punk.
Well,
sorry.
Well,
holy crap! Stubbs Horn, Alien Head, Rob Blackmore official.
So then what?
All the way out on the East Coast.
When you think punk, what do you think for punk then?
The Ramones.
Okay.
Sex Pistols. Early Clash before they went pop.
I was going to say, where do you stand on the Clash then? But that makes sense.
Although I have kind of see that. Joe Strummer is a bit of a poser in my book. As much as people think he's an icon and stuff, I'm like, really? Because he was a fucking hippie until right before he started the Clash, playing with a full pedal board. There's shit out there. He's all got phasers and flangers going on, singing about flower power, and he had long hair, and he went, "Oh, there's a new way," and he was just trying to get famous. I get it.
I'm not gonna hate on him for it, but I'm with you. I got you, and I actually agree with that. But yeah, no,
it's not a popular opinion. I know. It's sort of like my views on Tragically Hip. Not popular amongst Canadians. However, I like 4 of the 5 members of the Hip.
I always like to think that if you took the first 2 Silverchair albums and you mixed it with what Thrice does, you'd get the 3-piece version known as Albus.
The Wonders were not a hippie band. They were kind of a hippie band, Michael Gross.
But then there's a lot weirder stuff too. Like Alex does a lot of like, there's parts, but he has a lot of like where we let the bass go off and do a bunch of crazy shit. And the drums always end up doing a lot of cool, weird shit that's not just like 4 on the floor. So I don't know. It's a little different. I mean, it's definitely digestible, but it's not.
You know what? It's kind of.
You're not listening to Local H.
No, it's kind of like Dinosaur Jr., but now Dinosaur Jr., not young Dinosaur Jr. How they've matured into shit in a way, like
with much more aggressive.
Yeah, because you're not a bunch of 20-year-olds playing garage rock. It's a bunch of middle-aged guys playing garage rock. I do
love Dinosaur Jr.
Mark Taft asked, "How about the New York Dolls? Glam."
Yes.
With punk
aesthetics mixed in.
We got a fellow Texan in here. Well, I guess. Well, we have other Texans in here, so he is a fellow Texan in that respect. Hello, wizardly stuff I see here, fellas. Yes. Knees Hurt says Pennywise has a Motorhead cover on the new Motorhead cover album. Well, it's a good thing they did a Motorhead cover on the Motorhead cover album, Trev. Yeah. Just saying. It'd be kind of awkward if they did an Aussie cover. Although if it's an Aussie cover rated by Lemmy, does that count? Yeah.
I can't decide if Richard Clark's serious and he just learned copacetic and is going to make a song, or if he's commenting on Local H since their song had "You Just Don't Get It, Keep It Copacetic." I don't know. I have to ask him. Richard, expand.
What's up, Mark Spurgeon? How you feeling, man? He's still healing, Trev, the neck and all the issues there. And I don't know if he's back to playing. What?
Terry, 3Gs, thanks for the links.
It's me, SDD. All right.
I was happy to see that our mutual friend, RJ Ronquillo, has settled in nicely in Portland. He seems to be happy to see that.
Yeah, that's a fit for them.
Oh, absolutely. He's chill. He'll love it.
Well, especially much like East Nashville was 10, 15 years ago was a fit for him. Nashville's changed.
I was just in Nashville for 4th of July. Trust me, it's changed. Just in the last 3 years, it's changed. I'm like, when I went down there, I was like, oh my God, because of the layout of that city, it's like a big bowl. They couldn't really build forwards and backwards. They could just build up. Yeah. And that's essentially what they've done. And it's like, dude, there's apartments and like offices on top of everything now. And like there's parking garages instead of places to actually park. And the parking garages are all like super narrow and tall. And it's like you can't go around a corner if another car is coming from the opposite direction. You have to stop ahead of time and let them come around, and then you can go. If you both try to go around the corner at the same time, you're going to get stuck 50-50. Like it was insane. I started thinking, like, is this like a mini Fiat parking garage? Is that what this is for? Or is this for like bikes? And I just didn't see a sign. And I was like, no. There is a guy with a normal sized pickup truck that looks like he is parking in 2 stalls across the place, but he's not. He's just significantly larger than this building was built for.
Yep.
My brother's a construction lawyer, a partner in a law firm in Nashville. And I was like, oh, no wonder your business is doing so well. I can see why.
Right.
I get it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Exactly. So if you have any questions for any of us, you can, question marks, ampersand, tag us, if you will. Mm-hmm.
I've got a wicked Earthquaker Devices shirt.
You're a member, you can do a member milestone message, or you can do a super chat.
This shirt is awesome.
All donations will be going towards renewing StreamYard in a month, basically a month from today, give or take.
Yeah. And I know we like to talk about awesome pedals. My boy Charles at Silktone just released this pedal that like I played at Fretboard Summit in Chicago a month ago or whatever it was. It's called the Expander. Dude, that pedal should just be called Always On. Oh, 60 Cycle Steve. What up, homie? Thank you. I like my shirt as well. But anyways, the Expander, dude, in parentheses under it, you know how like people say something and then they say something else in parentheses?
That pedal was Earthquaker Day, by the way. Because it wasn't far for him. I think he lives basically in Akron himself. So
I was heading to that, and then I think I found out we had a show that night. Is that what happened? No, that was the Sweetwater Gear Fest. I couldn't go to that because we had the show that night.
What's up, Blue Mox?
Yeah, no, Earthquaker Day I remember I was going to go to, but I couldn't get anybody to go with me. And I'm like, I'm not getting up, driving all the way there, going to it, and driving back. Like, it's 5 hours each way for me. Like, I'm not doing the 10 hours in the same day.
You'd want to grab it. Even if you're just going to leave first thing in the morning and head back, like, and not even do anything in Akron the next day.
Yeah. No, the Sweetwater one was more of a bum because my boy Peter...
He could have made a fortune renting out couch spaces for $50 a night to poor fucking guitar players from the community. I'm just saying. The
Sweetwater one was a little disappointing because my boy Pete Honore was out there and I was all excited to like get to take him out for a drink or for dinner, and then all of a sudden I was like, why does the 27th sound so familiar? And I was like, oh, we're playing that show. Never mind, I'm not going.
Last weekend.
Yep. I'm like, never mind. But anyways, going back to this pedal. Silktone released a pedal last week called the Expander. And in parentheses, it should be called the Always On, Always Better pedal. This thing is incredible.
Okay.
And I have no idea how else to describe that damn pedal. I played it through. He had like his normal amps. Because Silktone is like high quality shit. Like all their stuff is, $4,000 and up. So I played like his normal amps, and I played I played one of the prototypes that's not out yet, and that prototype is unreal. It's 100 watts. Oh my God, it was so good. But anyways, the Expander was on, and before I even turned the Expander on, I'm like, oh my God, this amp sounds amazing, and I was like, this thing's going to cost me an arm, a leg, and possibly a kidney. And then all of a sudden, he was like, have you checked out the new pedal yet? He's like, it's not out yet. And I was like, no, and he turned it on, and I was like, how did this amp get better? I'm like, that's not possible.
Oh, hang on. Once again, Thanks, Larry, for stopping in, my friend. We need to
Bye,
catch up.
Larry. See you in January, homie.
Nice.
But yeah, the expander is. I wonder. Now that it's out, I would like to see what the actual write-up for it is because I don't have a clue what they wrote about it. Let's see. Silk.
I have no Earthquaker on my board.
That's hard to believe.
No, it's not.
Well, it's mainly because the last time you had an Earthquaker pedal, you drown it.
No, I didn't.
I sent you it.
No, the Rainbow Machine would be the last one.
That's true.
Yeah.
I think you had another one. Did you have another one too?
I think I did, but I'm not sure.
Okay, so here's the write-up for it. It's a pre, it's a drive, it's a fuzz, it can do clean, it can do dirty, it's a tone expander. That's about right. It is freaking amazing. The first stage is a JFET-based second harmonic generator that immediately adds body and depth. At its heart, a germanium transistor stage delivers that unmistakably chewy, colorful character. And at the output, another JFET is voiced to emulate the first tube in an amp. So even when the volume is rolled down, you still get that saturated first tube sweetness. Yeah, this thing's insane. I'm going to be getting one of these damn things.
Oh, Eddie coming out hard. Aaron, your story has become tiresome. Whoa. Where is that out of, Eddie?
What story is he talking about? The expander?
Eddie's in a mood today, apparently.
Eddie doesn't like...
For those who don't know, Eddie Van Haskell is my OG troll.
Oh. Well, I was going to say, what story are we talking about? I've got plenty of them. But if we're talking about the expander, that's me just telling you about a cool product. I guess that's a story.
I don't know.
I don't know either.
It's just very dismissive.
That's all good. He's got a Buffalo Sabres logo for his thing.
He does.
Mm-hmm.
He's actually a Canuck, but he's just over the border, like, Niagara Falls area, I believe. So he's a Buffalo fan. I don't hold it against him. It just shows he's taken a few pucks to the head over life.
Richard Clark said it's a pre-stage for your preamp stage. Let's link to expander. Well, thanks, Richard. Like I said, it was good. It's damn good.
Okay.
Any new gear that you are eyeballing or have gotten?
I
know you got the Gretsch.
Yeah. I need to pay that off first before any other gear. I have my eye on a product that's not out on the market yet. But outside of that, not really. I'm actually really happy with my board. Although I made a recent change to the board and the fact that I switched my last pedal on the board from true bypass to buffered.
Smart.
Yeah. Took down the overall volume, but it got rid of a mid hump that I noticed, a honkiness in the signal.
I don't know if I told you. So when I was in Nashville, I picked up a Mythos Cestus treble booster, and I picked up an Argonaut, a little octave guy.
That's his trigger word.
Who's Gartarman's it is?
Yeah, but see, now the problem is, though, Trev, now Knees is asking, well, what you get?
Oh, boy.
Oh,
boy. If we're describing the color, it's going to happen.
Mm.
Well,
oh, wait. No, we could say it's orange flake.
Oh. This? See, now it looks more like gold on here, but Trev knows it's much more. And you saw the photos on Instagram, Aaron.
Yeah,
it's much more orange. But
oh yeah, it's as orange as my
complete with
orange, my orange flake guitar. Does that which is that a Japanese or what is that one?
Korean.
Oh, I love Korean guitars.
Yeah, no, what the best part was? Because what they do is they go, was this price, now this, because it's used, but they always compare it to new price, and they'll say our price, the used price, but they compare it to a new one of this model, which would be made in Indonesia. So it's a made in Korea at the used Indo price,
Oh, even better, dude.
So I'm like, oh, I have to snag that.
Fantastic. I like how Dastardly Dave just snuck it in there.
Great. I did not swap out the spring in the Bigsby as of this time.
Hit up Reverend. They got that awesome spring.
Yeah, that's what people say.
Yeah, I'm glad you said that, though, because I actually am going to swap out the spring on the Bigsby on my Revolta.
I don't have a problem with this one. Really.
I don't have a problem with the one on the
What I am going to do is swap out the roller bridge if I ever remember to contact the company that offered to send me a free bridge.
I mean, I don't have a problem with the spring that's on mine, but it is a little stiff, and I like
Stupid me, Aaron. Literally, a decent hardware company reached out. They're like, "Hey, do you want to do some work together?" I'm like, "Yes." They're like, just name the product and we'll send it, and you do a video on it. I'm like, "Well, I just got this with a bagel stick, and I need a roller bridge." So. Cisco. Yeah.
I also got a Mythos Argonaut, and then I got a Keeley Octosi. I've been using the Octosi quite a bit. My plan is going to be at some point.
Where's the best place on the internet to buy Keeley products? Why, that's tesiswitch.com, because you get Keeley products at 15% off retail price, regardless of how new they are on the market.
What code do you have to use?
That would be Canucks.
Oh, okay. Just making sure that there was in fact a code. But yeah, my favorite fuzz we've talked about a million times is the Xander Circuitry Foxton Woods. I have two of them, the first one and the most recent one.
All I know is there's one room in that house he won't go in without every time. Had to do that. He's all relaxed on his living room. Yeah, easy.
Oh, okay. And as much as I love the Xander Circuitry Fuzz, it dawned on me, I use the Matthews Chemist for like the POG octave stuff.
Okay.
And then it has a second foot switch, which is really cool, which I have to like a dimed out chorus. So it's like I can have like a super weird, like, type chorus. And then I have my normal chorus. But rather than having a fuzz and that pedal, I could put the Octosi in, which then opens up that for a flanger, a rotary, a trem, something like that, because the Octosi is the POG and a big muff. So that's what I'm going to do, is I'm going to put the Octosi in, even though my favorite fuzz ever is going to have to come off in the process. It does mean I can have one other new different sound on the board.
Well, there is that.
Part of me is like, I love the Nightwire, which is a harmonic tremolo that Earthquaker used to do. I don't think they do it anymore. I have that. I was like, that would be cool. Then I'd have right next to each other, I'd have the Earthquaker Grand Orbiter Phaser and the Earthquaker Nightwire. That'd be kind of cool. I might do a Thorpe Camouflage because I love that flanger.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. It gives me options, but that's what I still have to do.
I'm at the point where, I realized to really get the Dan Huff sound, you have to have your chorus post the detune, and mine's pre, so I'm fucked there. So I need a stereo in, stereo out chorus. So that's on the list. And then that means I could get rid of the stereo chorus.
Who's got stereo in, stereo out chorus?
Hey, Doc! See it?
Now, are you looking for just a standalone, or are you looking at like like something like a Mobius or a multi effect that does all the modulations? You want an analog, right?
Yes.
I don't know.
Or if you can be like Keeley and build a digital pedal, but fools me into thinking it's analog, I'm that gullible, Trev. You know that. Like, we love the Halo, we love the Hydra. I know those are digital as fuck, but they act all analog.
I love the Echoes too, and that's analog or digital as fuck.
Well, because they can, like, the way they're doing it now is they can make the one board can be 6 different pedals.
Yeah, and they built
including like a Halo or like a Tube Screamer. It's the same. You're like, what? Like, yeah,
I wonder, that is a good question though. Is there any stereo in, stereo out analog chorus? What's the MXR? Is that stereo in and out or no?
No, mine's mono in, stereo out. That's how I split my signal. See, because if I get the stereo in, stereo out chorus, now I can get a stereo phaser to replace the stereo chorus to split the signal.
What about that EVH one I have?
That might be the stereo in, stereo. And we did have this conversation, Trev, that I was going to get it from you. And that possibly was why. Because I could go with the EVH chorus. Because it is basically set up the chorus style I want. Super slow, like no rate, lots of depth.
Is that stereo in, stereo out, Trev?
No, there's only.
Yeah, see, mono in, stereo out. That's what I thought.
Right.
That's why I'm questioning, because I don't know too many stereo in choruses. That's not in like a Strymon or a Source Audio or one of those.
See, that's the hard thing, like finding stereo in, stereo, because I basically have decided to build and maintain essentially a rack system, but on a pedal board form. And I was able to do that using the Halo and Hydra, where I'm running stereo in, stereo out, and the Dimension C is stereo in, stereo out. So I have quite a bank of effects already fully in stereo.
And you're running the amps in full stereo, right?
Yeah. Well, yeah. One side goes Fender, one side goes Marshall.
That's what I thought. Okay.
I'm running the Dimension C already, Murray. That's your D tune. What I need is a chorus to go after that.
That's a good question, Michael Krause. Is the CE5 stereo in and out? I vaguely remember.
I had a CE5 and I sold it because it wasn't. Or I didn't care for it.
I was gonna say I'm just gonna Google stereo in, stereo out chorus and see what comes up.
Where's BV? When I went through this with delays, remember he sent me the whole list. He was like, "Here's every stereo in, stereo delay ever." BV, you're my only hope.
Here we go. Oh yeah, that was I can't believe I whiffed on that. The Walrus Juliana is stereo in, stereo out, and it's fantastic.
Yeah, Matt just mentioned that.
Oh, I just Googled it, and that's the first thing that comes up.
But it's also got the vibrato, and I don't like pedals that have more than one thing in it.
No, theirs isn't like the typical Switch.
Oh, really? Matt Stewart coming hard. Mr. Black, Vintage Ensemble.
Those are great.
Yeah, I've wanted a Mr. Black pedal for 10 years.
Well,
I want a Zero flanger so bad.
Jack is the man. Oh, dude, no. You should get the CB by Beatronics. That's stereo in, stereo out.
Oh.
I had no idea it was stereo.
Beatronics is not cheap.
No, it's $350 new.
Just like, fellow Texan, it's a guitar channel. Yeah.
Oh,
I'm not big on Texas history, really.
Here's a good one, dude. That Eventide Tricera-chorus, that's stereo in, stereo out, and that's excellent. And it's based off the 80s.
As long as it also does like stereo, because oddly enough, tri-chorus and me don't agree. Any tri-chorus I've ever played through, I sounded very bad.
But this one allows you to set the left, right, and center as well as any detune. So you can do the pitch.
Come on, like Michael. Wait, I got to just point this because I have several Mr. Black pedals. My Dana Electro sounds fantastic through. I could fart into a microphone going through Mr. Black pedal and it's going to sound good.
Yeah, Jack DeVille knows what he's doing.
I already have it, Matt. That's what I'm using for the detune.
Dude,
they call it a chorus, but it isn't. It's more of a detune.
Looking at this list, the Eventide, the Mr. Black, the Walrus, and the Beatronics. I mean, you got 4 stupid good options.
Yeah, I don't want anything Eventide.
I don't know. See, I don't know what Canada's going to be. I'm going to check real quick, used-wise, now that we have...
Oh, yeah, it's finding a used one. It's going to be... That's the next...
Because...
Although, Trev, I have luck finding shit. So especially when I have access to an internal database of a network of guitar stores.
Yeah, national database.
That represent like 85% of all stores. And hey, there's Jason.
Right.
How's Wisconsin, my friend?
Out of curiosity. Let's see if I can figure out.
Thanks again, Terry, for putting Aaron's links in there. Which you haven't already. Feel free, if you got to leave, to go click on the thing to sign. Go for it. You can come back. We'll allow it.
Okay, that's not terrible. There is currently a used CB by Beatronics for $219.
It's not bad.
You figure it's normally $350, so $220 is a good drop.
Oh yeah.
Now let me see, Mr. Black.
Finding Mr. Black pedals in Canada is like hen's teeth.
Finding them in the U.S. is not.
No. Out of Portland.
Indeed. Occasionally you'll get one from his original brand, Jack DeVille.
Yeah.
Okay, let's see.
Right. Looking at going back to Virginia.
Double tracker. Okay, so there is no used digital or stereo on guitar.
Jason has started a new channel in Virginia, Trev. He says going back to farming for tone. That explains a lot, Matt, being a smartass. That I understand. Who's messaging me now? I'm busy, Keith. Not that Keith in the chat. Different Keith. High school shredder Keith, my buddy.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, he's messaging. I say I'm good at the moment.
Well, that dude, the Walrus Juliana used. There are multiple ones, at least in the States. $169.99.
Yeah,
that's a good price.
Plus,
that's great.
Wait, is Tesi also a Walrus dealer?
Probably.
I think he's an Earthquaker dealer too. He is, because I got the Rainbow Machine through him.
Let me look up
Earthquaker.
I'll look up Tesi.
Not just kill switches, Trev.
Mm-hmm.
You know, that's been my pipeline for pedals for years, folks. And like say, you know, like everyone, it's MAP, it's minimum advertised pricing. If you want a new pedal from, check out Tesi Switch. And if he doesn't have it in stock, hit him up through contact and use the coupon code and you save. Even Robert Keeley is aware because I mentioned that when it came to the octa size, they're like, I can't find them. I'm like, my buddy's got 3 left. Use coupon code and you'll see it 15%. Everyone's like, what? Shoot, gone.
Well, I know for a fact that our dear friend Ike is both a Walrus and Mr. Black and Beatronics.
Yep.
And I think there was another brand that I had mentioned with a killer. I think everyone that we looked at, he is a dealer for all of them.
Sounds right. Well, there we are.
Okay, on Tesi Switch, he has Walrus. No, he does not. He has Earthquaker and Keeley. And then he has the MXR Rockman.
Right. That's right. It was MXR he started carrying.
Yeah.
Right.
I mean, $170 Juliana is pretty incredible.
Mm-hmm.
Who else did we say? We said the Mr. Black, the Juliana, the Beatronics, and I know what was
Eventide.
Oh yeah, but you said you don't want an Eventide.
Oh well, although that is kind of retro in a way, you know, like the old rack systems were.
Dude, it is an '80s pedal, and it sounds fantastic. So I'm gonna click on use just to see if they're probably a little more expensive because it has presets you can save on it. Dude, there's a $165 one in the U.S.
Matt's
the other
now Matt's on it. Thanks, Aaron. Jesus Christ.
The other used one's $240, so that's a big price difference from one to the other.
If Matt didn't snag it, Chris is about to. That's the problem when we talk about this stuff.
I mean, $165 for an Eventide.
Half the chat's in a bidding war over the same fucking pedal.
Yeah, I mean, wow. Yeah, there's some good stuff in there, man. Like I said, my favorite is to buy from Guitar Center because they're morons, and there's the perfect example. They're both listed as great. One is $240, the other is $160.
Green Gretsch priced like a used Indo Gretsch.
I mean, exactly. $240 for this one, $165 for that one. They're the same pedal in this.
Vortex. Yeah, you got your digital algorithm-based pedals.
Now, technically, one's listed as excellent and the other's just listed as great, but I'm pretty sure that's the same fucking thing.
$80 better anyway.
I was going to say, I'll take it
Once
for
the knobs are on it and it works.
Yeah. Well, I was like, it's all. I'm looking at the picture. It's brand new. There's no scuffs. No.
He's probably like, oh, it's got some dust on it.
Yeah.
So it's been actually used.
Yeah. I mean, every one of those.
My pedals are not clean. Anybody that's bought a pedal from me knows, because that's after I've attempted to clean it. You're still going to get. Yeah. Although I'm running a mono flanger. I could go stereo flanger too. But
well, I would tell you what to get there, but it's too stupid expensive.
that one there, that's a 1982 pedal. So that's the cool thing about that.
Yes.
A 1982 Korg flanger. Find another one of those, Aaron.
Not going to.
Right? You might find the Yamaha variant there, because I think they made more of those than the Korgs.
I was gonna say, let's see. I typed in Korg flanger. We'll see if one comes up.
You might.
I'm clicking used. I do not see a Korg flanger. I'm gonna say no.
I don't know where I got that. California?
I was gonna say my favorite flanger is definitely the Thorpe camouflage. That thing's unbelievable. Right. But if you're talking every bell and whistle under the sun, stereo in, stereo out, all that, that frickin' Hampstead Red Wing is awesome.
Yeah, that's a 4-knob mono flanger. Like, it does what the thing does. I used to run a Boss flanger before that, and I was okay with that.
Out of curiosity, because this will drive me nuts, I wonder how expensive that Hampstead thing is, because I'll bet you that thing's expensive as hell.
Anything from that company is expensive.
Well, they're amazing. I mean, everything's...
That's like Empress.
Oh, yeah.
Right? Empress effects are 500 Canadian.
I was going to say Spaceman effects is the same way.
Yeah.
Super high quality, everything. Hampstead Red Wing. Let's see what it's selling for in the U.S. Is there a U.S.?
Victor's got a backyard full of feral pigs. Pig roast at Victor's place. Just saying. It's like you with the fucking salmon in the yard. I'm just saying.
Fire up the grill.
Yeah. If there's a lot of them there, it probably isn't easy to get out. So, boom. Sup, Tomlin? Fire up the Barbie.
429 pounds new, so that's more like 500 US. It's probably like 700 Canadian. What's 429 pounds in Canadian? Any idea?
450.
429, you said?
Yeah, 429 pounds to Canadian.
Also, didn't you also get that from Guitar Center, Matt? Because he felt
576
how my
US.
guitar was limited edition, and out of spite, Matt found one.
Hold on, I want to hear that price. What'd you say, Trev?
$804.75.
Oh,
there you go. Yeah, that is the best that you can get, but that's a lot of wampum. Lot of wampum.
Yeah. What's up, Mayhem?
Right on.
I mean, the thing's nasty. It's 100% analog, dude. There's
that.
It is bonkers.
I also liked Ibanez flanger.
Oh, those are great, dude. The FL9.
Yeah, and then what's his nuts there? Paul Gilbert did his version of one, right? In like Purple Sparkle or something.
They're not stereo, but they're awesome.
Yeah, but they're really cool sounding. Yeah.
Yeah, you can get a one of those used yellow Ibanez FL9s for cheap. They're like $60 US.
I've been to a few house parties, Victor, and been woken up similarly. Oh, nice, Mayhem. I'm not going to complain. 400 from Eddie Van Housen. 429 pounds in Canadian is a few extra pounds.
Yeah, I like how Trev said the number, and it was like, okay.
Yeah. Who needs an $800 flanger? I do not. But yeah.
I am interested. Like I said, I am interested in that Thorpe camouflage. I think those are used. They're normally like $240 US. I might get that. But you know, because I don't need stereo or any of that. One of the things that I'm thinking about getting, I kind of don't even want to mention.
I just want stereo for the pretentiousness factor, Aaron. The more stereo pedals I can have on a pedal board, just gets more pretentious by the pedal.
There is a flanger, a really old one that the owner...
Michael Chris says, yeah, just get 2 vintage Moog flangers. Yeah, right.
Yeah. There is a... I'm not going to say what it is or what company. I will say that the owner is Matthew, and he's like the master of all things digital. But before he became the master of all things digital, he used to do an analog flanger back in the day, and he had to stop making it because this is 20 years ago now. The chips.
I run double amps, Dave.
The chips ran out. So he made an unbelievable digital thing that you can do 9 million things with. But I'm thinking about if I can find one of the old... Because the thing that's funny is a lot of the old shit is the shit that like sounds the best when it comes to modulation. You know what I mean? A lot of old flangers, choruses, phasers, they sound fantastic. And the thing that's funny is a lot of times you can find those cheaper because people are like, oh, well, I need MIDI and I need presets and I need all this. I don't need that for chorus, phaser, or flanger. Like, I just need to be able to turn it on, make the sound, turn it off.
I've sworn off MIDI since the 80s, and I continue to.
Yeah, I've never used MIDI.
Yeah, to answer Dave, just so you didn't know, I run Fender Blues Deluxe on one side every week, and the Marshall DSL something or other 20 into a Marshall 212.
Michael Krause, when he said stereo phaser, that was the first thing I thought, but then he said how hard it is to get a Mr. Black pedal, and I was like, well, I'm not even going to say it if it's that hard to get Mr. Black.
I don't know if they... Maybe like West Coast Guitars carried them years ago. Like I remember there was like a West Coast retailer that carried them.
Well, you could just Google Mr. Black in Canada and see what pedals come up.
I think Google just laughs at you and turns off. I'm pretty sure. Yeah, you just got to wait for the guys that are the complete tone chasers that'll throw them up for sale used. And then you hope. And they're like, yeah, I want like 95% of retail. You're like, you bastard. Fine.
Yeah. Yeah, pedals are so much fun. They're the thing that I've realized is I have run pretty much the same live board for the last 5 years.
This is easy. He says parallel or series, which is more pretentious. Clearly,
parallel.
Series is just a mono signal. They're all in a row.
I was like, if you're talking
parallel stuff,
if you want pretentious,
minimum stereo.
Yeah.
If not, you're in a looping system at the very least where you can bring.
If the methodology is to determine which is more
MIDI is not your friend, Matt. MIDI is not my friend. Might be your friend, not my friend. You're all digital, Matt. I am not. Like I said, there's a few digital pedals impersonating analog pedals on the board, and I'm okay with that.
Yeah.
Why? Because I know the owner of the company and lifestyle choices that we both partake in. We'll leave it at that because I don't know what lifestyle choices legalities are in Oklahoma. So we'll just leave it at that.
That's a good question. Probably not as many as there should be.
I'm going to say not as easily acquirable as in this neck of the woods, which is a lot easy. Michael Chris says, I'll be going to a small pedal show this Saturday after a sale at a music store. Anyone want to spot me several hundred? The fact that you get to go to a small pedal show or any pedal show, I don't care what pedal shows.
Michael Krause, I'll spot you several hundred if you promise to pay it back as soon as you get paid double the several hundred. It's a good deal. I'll give you 2 now. You give me 4 then. 100% interest must be paid
I
in
got a
full.
Boss GT8 20 years ago because I couldn't make up my mind what I wanted. Okay. I couldn't tie myself into an effects chain all from one company. I just can't do it.
I can't either.
Never use a multi-effect. Well, I could, but I wouldn't be happy about it.
I mean, I've had probably
just be a complete bitch to work with. You know,
I've probably had 60 some odd Earthquaker pedals, and I probably still have something like 30. And I just, as amazing as they are, and as much as I love them, I'm like, okay, one pedal from you, one pedal from you, you know, two pedals from you, shit like that. I'm always like, I can't.
Yeah.
There's too many good things made by too many good people, and then the people themselves are very good.
Although I will say Keeley is the most featured on my board.
I think currently right now I have 4 or 5 Keeley pedals.
Yeah,
but
4 for me. Including the Keeley Custom Shop vintage phaser.
Do you have
I just like to say that because Keeley has a custom shop? Why yes he does.
Do you is that are they all on your board? Or is that total?
No, that's just on my board. I have other Keeley pedals.
I was gonna say, how many Keeleys do you think you have total?
5, 6. There's one back there, the 18 mod, which is no longer made.
Don't you have a compressor, or you did?
No, I sold that to Ryan Hall.
Gotcha. I was gonna say.
Yeah, because I got the diamond compressor, which is that thing is tits. Which is hilarious. That's how I've always known Aaron knows his pedals, Trev. But when I told him I got it, he goes, "Oh, that's a keeper. You're not." I'm like, I'm not really into compressors. He's like, "Yeah," and it's been on my board ever since, and as an always on. Like, oh, that's filtering my signal for the rest of my life.
That's what I told you. As soon as you said you got a diamond compressor, I'm like, yeah, that's the one for you, dude.
Yeah, and the comp is like between 1 and 2 o'clock, and the EQ is just a bit past noon, just to brighten it, just a touch. Like, it's not on a ton, but it does the thing.
I love solid gold. I love solid gold and diamond. Like, I have the solid gold effects. EM3 is on the live board. The new 33 is on the studio board.
Yeah, ironic D. That's what we're just talking about. Yeah, I got the diamond compressor on my board, and that's never leaving. I have the Diamond Drive Mark III.
Yeah, that thing's good too.
Yeah, it's upstairs because I currently actually have it listed for sale.
Well, you need money.
I just don't have a use for it. It's a great pedal.
Oh, trust me, like
still the best ever. Eric. Like literally, I'm like, what's that over there? Oh yeah, it's a Line 6 HX effects, new in box, like never used.
I just remembered.
And so I threw it up on like FaceSpace, and the guy responds. He's like, "Do you like boutique pedals?" And I'm like, "I've been waiting for this message."
Did he actually have boutique pedals?
And he's like, "I'll trade you a diamond compressor."
Oh yeah.
The blues drive and a Boss Angry driver with the red expansion
remote switch. Yeah.
To actually turn it on and off.
Yep.
And I'm like,
deal.
Okay. I'm like, I know he's gonna like say pick 2 of 3. I'm like, yeah, I guess I will for all of them. He's like, okay, I'll be over in 20 minutes. I'm like, okay.
I'll do that all day, every day.
Angry driver I sold for I don't know. They're not cheap. I sold the last.
They're good pedals. Speaking of awesome Keeley pedals, the most underrated Keeley pedal, criminally underrated, is the Filaments. That pedal is so damn good. That has become, I put it on Alex's board, and that has become the bass drive sound for the last 3 or 4 years. I mean, it's the most tweakable, high gain, can be fuzz, can be distortion.
I don't know, because like I always just come back to the Halo. Like the Halo was a game changer.
Yeah, but it's not underrated. That's what I'm saying.
Oh, underrated. Yeah. Okay. Well, then in that case, the custom shop vintage phaser.
You know what's funny? That phaser, the green one, he didn't design.
No.
He actually, it was in the midst of his drug problem way back in the day, and in order
different kind of lifestyle choices than the lifestyle choices now.
In order to because the Keeley compressor was a slam dunk, and so was the Katana boost, and so was I think maybe the Java boost. Yes. And he needed something to come out, and he was in no shape to design something, so he got a designer to make the green phaser.
Right. And then they reissued it 2 years ago, I think. I want to say out of the custom shop.
Now that's not to say that they didn't make tweaks over time or whatever, but
yeah, it's good. It's up there with my Whalen phaser, that's for sure.
with Keeley, I'm trying to think what I own. So I own the Filaments, even though it's on Zeke's board. I have the Fuzzbender. I have a Caverns. I have
Fuzzbender is a good pedal too.
Oh, it's fantastic.
And I'm not a fuzz guy, but that's a good fuzz pedal.
I have the Octosi, which is fantastic.
Exactly. He's like, I've seen a lot of your posts on Marketplace lately. He's getting inundated with it.
Give him the thumbs up. Stimulate the algorithm.
Do I have another? Is there another Keeley pedal? I'm trying to think.
Hey, Zach, I deliver.
I really liked the Caverns, and it was on the live board for a while as my always on reverb delay. The only reason it came off is there's an artifact when you're slamming it with distortion and then you like stop. You know what I mean? So song ends, because I leave reverb delay on the whole time. You know that. Hall reverb, quarter note delay. That's been my thing for the last 9 years.
Right.
And when a song ends, there's this like high-end digital artifact that I would get. And I don't even know if the crowd could hear it, but I could hear it. And it drove me batshit crazy. When I was playing low gain or clean, wasn't there. But if you were stacking 2 or 3 drives, or you had a drive on,
sympathetic harmonic noise, that's
exactly. Through. And every time I would just be like, God, that is so like aluminum garbage can shrill. Right. And it drove me nuts.
It's almost like a garbage can lid rattling offside stage that only you can hear. It's so that kind of a noise. I know exactly what you mean.
So that's when I was talking to Enrico at KMA Audio, who I already had the horizont. There's a phaser that's digital in digital, or I mean, stereo in, stereo out. The one that you wanted of mine, the big analog phase machine.
I try not to remember that one, Aaron.
So I was talking to Enrico, and I was like, "Hey, that's Cirrus delay that you have. It's a delay and reverb, and like you can set pick sensitivity to where like the delay speeds up or the chorus blooms. You can do all that type of stuff too. It's amazing." But I was like, how is that with getting slammed with fuzz and drives and stuff? And he like looked at me. I'll never forget this. He looked at me, and in his like German voice, he's like, "Come on, I slam everything with fuzz and drive." And I was like, cool, I'll get one. So I got that, and that's been on the board for the last 4 years. And that's the always on reverb delay when we play live. And then when I need a more prominent, obvious delay, that's when the solid gold EM3 comes on.
How about the fact I've got a Keeley Noble Screamer, which is now called something else because that's the first gen.
Okay.
And it has never been turned on the Tube Screamer circuit ever because I don't like Tube Screamers.
I don't either.
Oh, I've never flipped that switch once for the tone circuit or the EQ circuit. Neither. But
you've got a high quality ODR. What more do you need?
Well, yeah, exactly. It was an ODR, and then I look in the booklet, and it's like, oh, just put everything at noon for the Nashville session. I'm like, so Uncle Larry's is just everything at noon. So I did that, turned it on, I'm like, oh dear Lord. Okay, and then you hit that with Lawrence's Embers, mixing a Klon with a Nobles is just fucking magical.
Yeah.
And boutique-y. What else we got? The Halo and the Hydra. Yeah, the phaser, the drive, the reverbs and delays supplied by Robert Keeley.
I could tell everyone here, anybody that doesn't want to wait 8 years for a King of Tone, just get a VS Audio Royal Flush. It's unbelievable. It's the Greek King of Tone.
Jim finally got his King of Tone, right, Trev?
I think so.
Yeah.
I mean, King of Tones are freaking amazing. They're just either stupid expensive on the used market, or you're going to wait half your life to get it.
Well, he waited. Yeah, and he got it with 2 separate outputs. One's buffered and one's true bypass.
That's cool. Good idea. I would probably do mine. Well, maybe I wouldn't do it this way. I was going to say I'd do the high gain mod for one of them, but then it really is almost apples to apples, the Royal Flush, because that's how the Royal Flush is it's essentially, in my opinion,
I did. I knew it.
Yeah, in my opinion, the Royal Flush is essentially the King of Tone with the high gain mod.
Right. Yeah, I haven't gone down that route. I kind of miss my Zen drive sometimes, but I know it's in a good home with Scott Rockaway. So
That's true. I love Blues Breakers, and
I just didn't have much of it. It was more pairing it with stuff like it worked well stacking and stuff.
you get to a point where, I mean, the truth of the matter is, it's
I
like
discovered Lawrence. That's the truth, Aaron. I discovered Lawrence, and then all drives fell by the wayside.
well, my thing is
like,
it's like,
you know, Josh Smith's like, got a new drive. I'm like, oh yeah, that's cute. You know.
well, the thing is, it's like the selfish side of you wants to be like, okay, I've got a Klon style on my board, I've got a Blues driver, a Blues breaker, I've got this, I've got that, and then next thing you know, you're like, I need 3 or 2 and a fuzz. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah. Now my 3 gain stages is the Embers. Well, first really the compressor because it does drive the pedals slightly.
yeah.
Then the Embers, then the Lost Dutchman, which is basically a Timmy.
So you've got a Klon and a Timmy.
Yeah, and then that hits the Nobles,
which is an ODR. So there you go. You've got your 3.
Yeah,
my thing is
55 afterwards for flavor, but that's more of an EQ thing as much as anything else, right? Because you're basically giving a fender filter.
Mine is a fuzz, and then the 2 sides of the Blues Breaker, which you can do at the same time, and then
6 years.
That's
That's not bad.
I'll be.
The weight's up to 7 or 8 now, so
yeah, and then Mythos Chupacabra, which is a big old woolly amp in a box CMOS drive. It's freaking awesome. But on the studio board, to your point, I have a Klon style in the Mjolnir. I have the Hudson Broadcast, which is both the preamp and a boost. I have the Xander Circuitry Fuzz. I have the Greer Lightspeed. So there's 5 and I have the Lawrence Petros Vermin. That's 6 frickin' drives on the studio board, and it's like that. There's that part of you that's like, oh, well, you know what I'm missing? I'm missing ODR.
Well, see, that's it. I still have 2 drives to throw on the board that I have because once I expand the board, I'm adding 2 fuzz pedals, one for humbucker, one for single coil, which would be my LPD Soleil with fuzz face, basically.
Yeah,
and my TL Pedals Stinger, which is the modded muff.
I was gonna say that's a big muff, right? Yeah.
It's a big muff with an added mid control because muffs need mids.
Yeah. So I mean, that's one of those things. It's like it depends on what you're doing. Like if I was just recording all the time, I'd probably add more drives to the studio board, even though there's already 6. You know, I'd be like, well, I have all 10 flavors of drive here.
Yeah.
Live, it's like, okay, I really only need the fuzz,
right?
One side of the low gain side of the
really depends on what you're playing too, right? Because you could, in theory, okay, I'm swapping this out for this tonight because we're doing these 3 songs instead of those 3 songs.
Or like you're saying, you could be more like, well, when I have humbuckers on, I want the Rat. When I have single coils on, I want an ODR. You know, like you're saying, that could change it too. So, and I use all of it. P90s, tele pickups, and humbuckers. They all get used live. I mean, there's always either a P90 or a tele pickup and a humbucker at every show. Because I always
like for my lower output, I got to run all 3 drives to get a good crunch at times because I do like some higher gain at times. But then other times because I run high gain output pickups or high output pickups in a lot of guitars, I'm only running 1 or 2 of the drives at once.
Well, yeah, because you're thinking of pickups with a little go that you've got. The EVH pickups have some go, and so doesn't your Explorer? I was gonna say your Explorer's got some go in it.
Well, it's got all the output.
Yeah, so I was thinking EVH and Explorer both have so much go you wouldn't.
Yeah, all I need is put on basically, the Nobles. Sounds. It's up there. What's main fuzz? That's what I say, Richard Nagamitsu. Because speaking of pretentious, it's a company that went out of business years ago, so good luck getting one. Yeah, I said that, Matt. The TL Pedal Stinger Fuzz, which is a 4-knob muff. Basically.
If we want to be more pretentious, mine is a small British builder. You can see their logo right behind me on the chair. Xander Circuitry Foxton Woods is my favorite. It's a Fox tone machine with separate just fuzz and octave. So it's awesome because you can literally set it like on the newer model, you can literally set it to where they're two completely different volumes, two completely different mixes. You're not just adding the octave in. So it's like you can have two separate fuzzes on one board.
That's my fuzz face, which is basically a fuzz face with a bias control.
Which is sweet. That's pretty similar to the fuzz bender, even though that's a tone bender, not a...
Yeah. But, and it's the nice...
Although the fuzz bender's insane because the tone stack, I think, is from a metal zone. I'm almost positive that the tone stack is from a metal zone on the fuzz bender.
From the good old days, pre-silent switches.
Yeah. So, anyways,
I want the whole venue to know when I'm turning a pedal on or not.
Absolutely. I was gonna say we're gonna need to wrap it up. I need to eat, clean up, and get ready for work.
Well, that's the idea. We're 9 minutes. 9 minutes. Bottom of the hour. So get your questions in quick, folks. We got 9 minutes. I'm going to be back tomorrow night with Canucks with Guitars. Going to give away some channel memberships.
Tom, if you saw Alex that owns Xander Circuitry, he is not small. He looks like a bodybuilder. He is bald like me, covered in tattoos, but jacked to the behemoths.
Nice. See a fellow Texan. Charles, so what is Albus Band up to these days?
Playing shows, figuring out when we're going to record the next 3-song EP.
Perfect. Next. What else we got, folks? Demos out this week. Don't know. Hoping to shoot a Gretsch demo at the very least tomorrow, among other things. Channel news that we haven't mentioned since last Monday, Trev. I'm going to have new internet on Tuesday, in theory.
Is it going to be faster?
Oh, fuck yeah. Yeah, it's a long fucking story. I told the channel members and patrons, but karma is real. Mark, Aaron just answered the question. They're getting ready to record their next 3-song EP. Chris is being passive-aggressive, so I'm just going to ignore his comment. Michael Baby!
Right on. Hey, Michael.
Xander has some cool graphics. I agree, D.
His day job is graphic design, so he designs everything.
That'll do it.
Everything you see.
I can knock the feet off this thing before I put her on the board.
Logos, artwork, T-shirts, stickers, everything is all him.
Richard Nagamitsu likes the Third Man Fuzzatron kit. It's awesome. Isn't that Jack White related stuff?
Well, yeah, it's just over the top. It's cool, but it's one of those things where it's like, okay, you used
the membership.
You used it in that song. Are you going to use it in another one? Dude, to be honest with you, it's kind of like I own the Game Changer plasma pedal. Stupid cool pedal, the one with the xenon tube in it, and that's what creates the fuzz. Sounds amazing. It's one of those things where it's like, okay, I might bust this out to mix into the back of.
Wait for an hour and a half and chat to catch up there. It's like,
if you want to talk pretentious though, a high voltage xenon tube fuzz pedal.
Is there anything more pretentious than having my signature pedal? The guy who played some local gigs, had a very limited release album.
More moderate
YouTube channel. But,
pretty pretentious, yeah.
Yeah, that's
but it's no. I mean, it's not like
45 has 2 of them.
Hey, it's not like you have a signature guitar to go along with that.
It's no longer available. It's out of that company is no more.
Oh, he stopped making guitars?
No, he's a cabinet maker now by trade, actually.
So he can actually pay the bills.
Yeah, exactly. Well, because the guitar company was going okay, but he's also into fitness, and he decided to purchase and open a gym in March 2020.
Oh, no.
So now he's living in Ontario with his sister.
Talk about your all-time classic backfire. So I guess you will not be getting a new neck for that guitar.
Oh, it doesn't need a new neck. I got to get the pickups worked on. It
was pickups. I thought it was the neck.
Which he's offered to fix and stuff, and that was only a year ago I was talking to him. So I should probably get that done in the next, decade or so.
Hey, man, put your name on the King of Tone wait list and see which happens first.
Oh, no, I don't want a King of Tone. I don't need a King of Tone.
Well, you can always say no when your name comes up. It'll be just so we can see what happens.
Pass. They're like, really?
People do it all the time, yeah. I don't have the money anymore. It's been 6 years.
Yeah, things have changed. So there we are. Trev's still Trev. I'm still Ben. Aaron's still Aaron. Check out Albus Band. All the links. Terry put them in the chat a month ago. I mean, an hour ago. Or both. Yeah, be back with Canucks with Guitars tomorrow. Cavalcade of events. Yeah, I have fiber internet coming. That's going to be fun. So next week should be even clearer.
Hey.
For you. Not for me. I'm always cloudy. Aaron knows that. So hold the line here, Aaron. We'll say goodbye off air. And be good to each other, folks. Hold those doors open. Let Mark Taft in heading in traffic because he doesn't have a driver's license, so just let him go. Happy tone chasing because, Doug's wife is real, so be good to each other. And I almost hit the end stream. How about we cue up a closing thing? There we go. Yeah. And we say, don't litter.